Hello, everybody. My name is Beth Pantoni, and I am the Worksite Wellness Coordinator for Wellness at Work at Berkshire Health Systems. Thank you for joining me today on how to practice self-care during a crisis. The outbreak of the coronavirus has been extremely stressful for our community, our people, and our employees. For many of us, it has turned our world upside down and has affected many parts of our life, including our overall well-being. So my goal for this presentation is to really just help reinforce the importance of self-care. I want to help you feel mentally strong, supported, and inspired to stay on top of your health as we ride out this pandemic together. During this presentation, we are going to address the emotions and stress response related to the crisis, the importance of taking care of your mental health, the power of being more aware of your thoughts, and we'll also practice a short mindfulness meditation as a tool that you can use to help manage your stress or anxiety. We're going to address resiliency and the skills to build resiliency during this challenging time. And then we'll dive into practicing self-care in all 6 foundations of your health. And then we're going to end this presentation with some movement and a short workout that we can do that will help you feel energized and refreshed for the rest of the day, but you can also incorporate at any time and anywhere as part of your exercise routine. So let's first start off with how this pandemic is making everybody feel. For most of us, our routines have been completely disrupted, and you may find yourself separated from family, friends, coworkers, loved ones, and you can find yourself struggling with boredom or loneliness, anxiety or worries, just about how uncertain things are. And these are all natural feelings to have, but we want to be careful because our minds can become easily consumed and overwhelmed. And we know that when anxiety and worry becomes excessive, this can cause a trigger a cascade of stress hormones that can take a toll on the body, mentally and physically. I think the first thing to recognize is that it's okay to not be okay. You are not alone in this, and we are all experiencing these emotions during these uncertain times. And to be easy on yourself, some days will be worse than others. Start to identify any red flags that may be triggering you in your stress, and try to limit them. This could mean paying more attention to your thoughts and how they're affecting you physically and mentally, paying attention to how much you're watching the news, or any people in your life that are causing more harm than good. And knowing that routine is your friend, keeping a schedule for yourself will help manage anxiety and will help you adapt more quickly to this current reality. It's important to establish structure, predictability, and a sense of purpose with these new routines. And there is much that we do not have control over right now, but how we talk to ourselves and others during this challenging time can either provide a powerful buffer to these difficult circumstances or amplify our distress. Maintain connection. So even the most introverted of us still need some sense of connection to others for our mental and our physical health. And then starting to notice negative emotions, thoughts, and physical sensations as they come up. Look into them with curiosity and describe them without judgment and let them go. Try to take each day as it comes and focus on the things that you do have control over. Paying attention to what's happening in the moment is difficult in the age of COVID-19, but it also helps us cope with the stress of the unsettling time. Most of the time, our minds are locked in the past and the future. We can create these worst case scenarios in our minds, which does not serve us in the present moment. Mindfulness puts us in the moment, and it allows you to focus more on the present. And when you're more in the present, you have the power to focus on whatever is in front of you. So there are quite a few ways, if you are becoming more anxious, being self-quarantined at home, really trying to use mindfulness meditations to practice that has been proven to alleviate stress, depression, insomnia, and as a way to cope. So we're going to take a moment and we are going to do a short mindfulness centering together. So I invite you to get into a nice, comfortable position in your seat. And you can either close your eyes or gaze down, allowing your attention to turn towards your own body and your own experience. As you settle into your seat, notice if there's any way to get more comfortable. Perhaps relaxing your legs, your arms, or maybe softening the muscles in your face. And just begin to notice how your body is feeling. Try to notice without judgment, just with curiosity and with a sense of interest. Notice your arms, your torso, your legs. Notice the muscles in your face. Just let yourself become more aware of how you are feeling physically. Next, begin to notice your emotions and your energy level. Is there one prominent feeling present or a collection of different feelings? Can you notice your emotions without the need to change or fix them, but to just be curious to them as they may change? Noticing your emotions just as they are. Now allow your attention to rest on your breathing. Just feel your natural breath coming in and out in its own way, in its own pace. No need to change your breath in any way, but to just notice it rise and fall. You might notice if your breath feels deep or shallow, smooth or ragged, and if your breathing pattern changes or not over time. And each time as your mind wanders, which is naturally for it to do, just to notice your mind has wandered and come back to your breathing. In this way, you use your breath as an anchor to the present moment. As you continue to breathe, you may also notice the pauses between breath. The pause before the inhale begins and the pause before the exhale begins. Keep noticing this part as your breathing practice as well. Just continue to notice your breath and allow your body to relax as best as it can in the chair. In the sense of sitting with nothing else to do but to notice and to breathe. As we begin to close this practice, once again, start to notice your emotions and energy level. What are you aware of now? Making space for your experience, just being aware. Let your attention return to noticing physical sensations. How does your body feel in this moment? Sensing it into places that are tight as well as relaxed. And finally, as we close our centering, I invite you to take a deep breath in and out as you are ready to open your eyes as we close our centering. Thank you very much for joining me on that meditation, and I hope that you found that helpful and you're feeling more relaxed and at ease. We're going to move into resiliency. So the beautiful gift about being a human is that we are resilient as species and that we are adaptive in our nature. This is one of those times where we need to be more resilient than ever, and we need to be strong. We know that being stuck and frozen in fear is just not an option. So we need to choose to have faith. We need to choose to be certain in these uncertain times. And we need to choose to grow and thrive no matter what life throws at us. At our core, we are more than we will ever face. We can handle whatever life throws at us. We always have and we always will, and that is the power of the human race. Keep in mind that experiencing stress and negative emotions can have positive consequences. Studies show that people will go through very difficult life experiences can emerge from them even stronger with a sense of psychological resilience, rekindle relationships, and a renewed sense of appreciation for life. Some describe starting to live more fully and purposely. With care and planning, we too can stay psychologically strong during this pandemic and perhaps even grow from these transformative experiences. Skills for building resiliency. Accept that change and challenges are a part of life. Life is unpredictable. Nothing is permanent. Everything changes. Your body is constantly replacing old cells with new ones at the rate of millions per second. And by the time you're finishing reading this slide, 50 million of your cells will have died and been replaced with others. Pretty fascinating. Change what you can or change your perspective. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you can't change the situation, how can you react to it or think about it differently? What brings you passion and purpose into your life? Why do we do the things that we do? What is important in your life? Keep that big picture in your mind. Also, trying to really keep a positive outlook using positive psychology. Having a positive, optimistic attitude can help you focus on the good things in your life rather than the things that are not working. This means really acknowledging your strengths and leading with them. You're using your resourcefulness and your abilities. Keep focusing on what is good and showing gratitude, writing it down, saying it, and showing it. We're going to dive into self-care. We're going to take a look at all areas of your self-care here when it comes to your health. So really looking at your social wellness, physical activity, sleep, nutrition, stress, and environment. The first foundation of health is nutrition. And this is one of the most important because it is really when you eat food, it is information to the body. It impacts your physical and emotional and mental health. So you know when you are not eating healthy, you feel it, right? You can't function at your best. You have a hard time concentrating. You physically don't feel well. Your stomach doesn't feel well. You have lack of energy. So like Hippocrates said, let your food be your medicine for your body. And keep your normal schedule with meals. So our schedule could be slightly erratic right now. So taking the time if you are working to really continue to plan out your meals, or just making sure if you are home to start off with a nice healthy breakfast to fuel yourself for the start of the day, and have a lunch, mid-snack, and a dinner. And trying to make it a positive experience at home. So if you have some more time, trying to really get your family involved, try some new recipes, cook with your family, and even reconnect with your family and eating together. This is a great time to really start eating at the table together and using this as a sacred time to spend with each other. And including more foods that will help with your immunity. So we have linked our gut bacteria to more disease and inflammation of the body and our immunity. So we want to try to incorporate more foods such as leafy greens, just a colorful diet, red or all the colors of the rainbow, along with other things you can do like drinking bone broth, adding apple cider vinegar or fire cider to your tea, including foods that are fermented that can really help with the gut bacteria as well, along with reducing sugar and processed foods. We know that sugar can really cause more of the bad bacteria, so trying to limit that as much as you can. Social distancing does not mean social isolation. It's important for us to remain connected to family and friends, even if it looks different than what you're used to. Find new and creative ways, even if it looks different. Find new and creative ways to stay in touch with family and friends. Schedule phone calls, video chats, schedule a virtual movie night. Social wellness is really about nurturing ourselves, our others, and our relationships. It consists of not only balancing our own physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health, but also actively participating in interdependent piece of the bigger puzzle, of human mankind. We must acknowledge that we are entering a time of prolonged acute stress and uncertainty that is our shared reality with our families, communities. We must be physically apart, but we are emotionally and psychologically in this together. Activating the collective healing capabilities of our own communities by sharing stories and accurate information, helping each other, and lifting one another's spirits is the most powerful antidote to fear, loneliness, and isolation. Another thing to keep in mind too is some of our friends and family might want to talk our ear off about COVID-19, and others would do anything to get away from the subject. It's important to figure out where you fall in the spectrum. Seek out the family and friends who can provide the kind of socialization you're looking for, and check in with your loved ones to see what they need. And when it comes to talking or not talking about coronavirus, getting a little tongue-tied there. Next, we're going to go into sleep. So sleep plays a vital role in good health and well-being throughout our life. Right now, our sleep patterns might be off because we are either working different hours or we're experiencing more stress. So really trying to be aware of your sleep hygiene, and that starts off with making sure that your bedroom sort of sets you up for success. And the first thing is to avoid electronics before bed, because we do know that electronics, the light, can actually cause more of the stress hormones to produce in your body, and it can decrease the melatonin in your body. So it's causing you more stress, and the melatonin, which we naturally have to help us go to sleep, is reduced. So avoiding electronics at least 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed, along with keeping the lights off completely, a nice cool temperature in your room, and minimizing or eliminating caffeine to close to bedtime, especially if you're sensitive to it. And you can also practice relaxation techniques. So using one of the sleep apps, which is really good, like Calm or Headspace, or there's a few other ones out there that are really, really helpful. As long as you turn your light off on your phone, you can use as a great aid to help fall asleep. Stress management. So this is probably another really, important one due to the how much stress we're experiencing right now. So really taking the time to manage your stress in a healthy way will help you develop a greater sense of calm and steadiness, and just help you come out of this COVID-19 feeling, again, mentally strong and even thriving. So some helpful tools to manage your stress and emotions. First thing is to take some time to unwind, whether that be, taking a nice bath, or putting on some aromatherapy, some essential oils, or practicing mindfulness using some of the apps that I was talking about. Writing in a journal, if just writing out your feelings and putting them on paper, but just letting them go and letting them out can be really, really helpful. Starting the day with practicing gratitude and things that you're thankful for. And I think one of the biggest things is taking breaks from social media and news. It's important to inform ourselves right now, but at the same time, it can become too much, and it can cause a lot of stress and make us feel overwhelmed. So really having some boundaries with the news and the social media, and limiting as much as you can, but also staying informed. Now we're moving into environmental wellness. Your environment has a lot to do with your mental health. So we want to create an environment that is supportive and nurturing. So what you can do is, especially you have some time, is to really try to take time to declutter your space and find ways that you can personalize your space. So make it really comforting and relaxing for you. And also making your home healthier. So there's things that you can do, like even just looking at your cleaning products and seeing if how toxic they are and what ingredients are in there, and starting to make some do-it-yourself easy cleaning products that are all natural and will help create more of a healthier environmental home for you. And with it, personalizing your space, have some fun, and you could create a vision board or creating a wall of your favorite things or your family and friends. Again, making it an inviting space for you that gives you a sense of peace and steadiness during this time, along with conserving your energy and recycling as much as possible. Physical activity is our last foundation of health. And all I can say is that if we could put exercise in a magic pill, I would, because it really can cure so many different things. And we are designed to move as human beings. We are not meant to be sitting for long periods of time. And when we do sit, it does cause more stress to the body. And, excuse me. It causes more stress to the body. So trying to aim for at least 150 minutes per week of moderate to intensity of aerobic exercise, followed by 2 sessions per week of muscle strength training. Now, please keep in mind, I understand if you are not there, and you can take time to build up. So even just fitting in a few minutes here and there and gradually getting to this goal would be an excellent way to help you really stay on top of your physical and mental health. Now, I know with COVID-19, many of us are kind of stuck at home, and some of us may have a hard time wanting to go outside. So the first thing you can do is set up a workout space at home. And you don't need a lot of space. All you really need is just a mat and a little space to create just a little bit of movement. Some things you could do too is having a dance party in your living room, or running up and down the stairs, or walking up and down the stairs, or just finding other ways to get your body moving throughout the day. And there's a lot of different online free fitness classes right now that you can take advantage of. I have a list, and if you're interested, please feel free to send me an email. I'm happy to send you some resources. Along with, if you are working from home or at home and you're sitting for some of the day, making sure that you're taking some stretch breaks. Stretch breaks are really important, especially every hour, just to get your body moving and releasing some of that pent-up energy or stress. And if you can get outside, please, that is probably one of the best things you can do, especially right now because of we are getting the rays from the vitamin D, or getting the rays from the sun, which will give us more vitamin D, and that will really help with our immunity and also just making us feel better. So I'm going to lead you through a workout that you can do that's a high-intensity interval training workout. It combines intense bouts of exercise mixed with short rest intervals. And what's great about it is that you can do it anywhere. So you can do it at home, at work, and this workout is going to be only 7 minutes long, and it really will help increase your endurance, stamina, cardiovascular health, and overall physical health. And what's great about interval training is that if you do it correctly, you can burn more calories and fat up to 24 to 48 hours. And to reap the benefits, you only need to do this once or twice a week. But as you get better, you can certainly do more. So this is called the scientific 7-minute workout. And we're going to go through each move for 30 seconds and 10 seconds of rest. And we have a total of 12 exercises. And feel free to modify as you'd like. I'll show you modifications, but definitely do not have to do it all if you're a very beginner. You can do what you can, but just giving it all you got. So I'm going to stop sharing the presentation and go ahead and lead you into this routine. So bear with me for just a moment as I get myself set up. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to set myself up here. Okay. I get my timer out. Okay, so 7-minute workout. We're going to get started with the first move is jumping jacks. Now, please note, when you are doing this on your own, you want to do a 5-minute warm-up. But for the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to go right into the moves. So you can put me on pause and you can do your warm up and then go into the workout. All right, so the first move is jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Here we go. So keeping your arms nice and straight and nice and light on the feet. You can always just tap from side to side if you want to take the jumping out. Arms are strong, core is strong. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest for 10. Nice. The next move, we're going to go into a wall squat. We're going to come to the wall here. Place our back up against the wall. And hips level with the knees and breathe. Core nice and strong. And if this is too much, you can always slide up a little bit, and as you get stronger, work your way to getting lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice. The next move is push-ups. So you can either do them on the table, a wall, or on the floor. I'm going to do it on the floor. Choose what works best for you, but really focusing on the floor. There we go. Trying not to tuck the chin, core is strong, elbows behind you. Taking your time. As you get better, you can do more. Big deep breaths. And rest. Awesome. All right, we are going to roll it over. Next move is abdominal crunches. Eyes fixed up at the ceiling. Here we go, drawing through the abdominals and lessen the neck and the back. Breathe. Remember, doing what you can. The key right now is if you're a beginner, is just really building the foundation and focusing on the movement patterns and doing them correctly. And rest. Good. We're going to come up. Our next move is step ups with the chair. If you don't have a chair, you can just mark your place. Here we go. Alternating which foot you come up on. Keep going. You got it. The key is just to keep moving, even if it's at a slower pace. And rest. Good. Okay. Next move is squats. You can use the chair if you'd like to use it as a way to help you feel stable. Feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Come on down, tap the chair, rise up. Coming on down through the heels, driving up through the heels. Shoulders relaxed. Nice straight back. Big deep breaths. Good, you're doing great. Hang with me. And rest. Good. Awesome. So the next move we're going to do is tricep dips. We've got our hands facing forward here. Knees bent. Coming on down with the elbows. Bending those elbows. Really using the back of the arms. Doing what you can. Keep focusing, keep working hard.
Almost there. And rest. Nice work. Okay, I'm grabbing a sip of water real quick. Next move is a plank. On your elbows. If you have any issues with your wrists, then you can do them on your hands. Oops, let me move this here. You can see me. Here we go. Nice straight line with the body. Hold, hold, hold. Draw the belly in. Tighten up the glutes. Try not to let your hips go up high or sink down too low. You're almost there. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Beautiful. Okay. Our next move is marching in place or high knees. So you can either march in place or really bring those knees up. You choose. Keep those arms and legs moving. In 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Awesome. Okay, we've got 3 more moves. Hang with me. So the next move is a forward lunge. 3, 2, here we go. Chest up. Bend that knee. Make sure that knee is in line with the hip. When you come down, driving up again through the heels. 10 more seconds to go. If you have any issues with balance, you can always use a chair to help guide you. And rest. Good. 2 more moves to go. Next move is a push-up with a T rotation. So we're going to push up and rotate. Push up. Rotate. Now, if this is too much for you, you can just be in that same position and twist. Twist. Keep going. And rest. Our last move is a side plank. So either you can stack your knees and hold, or come all the way up like this. Nice straight line with the body. Don't let your chest cave, and hold. Breathe. We're going to do 15 seconds on each side. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. This is it, guys. Stay strong. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are done. Woo! Nice work. Okay. I'm going to come on over here. I want to thank you so much for your time and energy, and I hope that you found this helpful. Please let me know if you need any help with resources. I'm going to put below my email address. I'm happy to help you, and I hope that you're feeling better from the workout. Again, this is something that you can work towards if you're a beginner, but great, great routine to really build upon. And ending this presentation with the importance of self-care. So we know that we cannot serve and be the best to everybody else in everything we do if we're not taking care of us. So we always have to put ourselves first, and it is not selfish, it is necessary. It is the most important thing that we can do to, again, be our best to everyone and everything we do. So keep that in mind and keep reinforcing that as much as possible.